Holus Bolus, The Bedlam Bible, number 6. Written by William Pauley III. Narrated by Brannigan. 49 hours and 29 minutes until Holus Bolus. I woke up. I was hoping I wouldn't. For most people, waking up was painless. Perhaps a bit inconvenient at times, but never painful. Not for me. Every day, I woke up to pain. The pain came in the form of 5 words, and they were always waiting for me every time I opened my eyes. You've done a bad thing. It was written on my left forearm, permanently. I suppose it was a tattoo. Not really sure. I didn't remember ever getting a tattoo, but then again, I didn't remember anything. That was kind of my thing, forgetting. Every day I'd wake up, a total blank, read the words written on my arm, and spend the rest of the day wondering what the hell they meant. I knew this because of what was written on my other arm. Sleep equals forget. I'd reset every day. It totally sucked. On that particular day, I woke up sitting on the floor of an unknown room. I suspected it was normal for me. When I read the words written on my arm, I was immediately filled with dread. My heart was racing. I perspired. I could hardly catch my breath. I was thrown full force into a panic attack. As I regained my composure and steadied my breath, the thought occurred to me that perhaps there was an end to all of it, a way to break the cycle. Perhaps my condition was something of a mystery, something that could be figured out, resolved, once and for all. I'd done a bad thing, but what was it? If I answered that question, would all be forgiven? Would my curse, all at once, just disappear? The answer was no. I found out almost immediately, because once I stood up and had a look around the room, I knew exactly what I had done. There, not even 2 feet away from me, resting on an unknown bed, was a dead man. And his blood was all over me. At least I thought it was a man. It was hard to tell because all that was really left of him was his skeleton. By the time I woke up, his skin wasn't skin anymore. It had changed in consistency. It no longer covered his bones. Instead, it just collected in places, sticky and wet, like clumps of hair gel or strawberry jam sliding off the bone. A great deal of it had dripped down onto the bed sheets, bubbling and hissing, foaming in places, looking like tufts of cotton, like white fuzz. Seemed to me like the man was somehow boiled to death. Either that or he was dissolved in acid, something. I didn't think I was capable of such atrocities, but then again, I didn't know who the hell I was. I knew nothing of my past, not even my name. About all I knew at that exact moment was that I was completely fucked. Believe me, I tried coming up with another solution, some way all of it happened without having been involved in it, but there just didn't seem to be another explanation. In the room, there was just me and the dead man. No one else. And other than a few blood-spattered pieces of rickety furniture, there wasn't much else to look at. No murder weapon. No other footprints than my own. Oh, but there was a book. A big one, with a thick, hard cover. I found it just below the dead man's rib cage, right where his stomach would have been. That is, had it not dissolved to mash, of course. He was sort of hugging it, as the bones of his hands were resting on the front cover. If I had to guess, I'd say it was sitting on his torso before whatever happened to him happened. Then it just sort of settled down inside once his organs bubbled up. However it happened, by the time I saw it, the book was submerged inside a puddle of gore. Just about the entire thing was covered in it, or covered by what was left of the dead man's hands, so I could barely see it was even there. It wasn't immediately obvious, despite how large the thing was. I wouldn't have even noticed it was there at all had it not been for a single exposed letter shouting out at me from the cover. It was the letter B. I used the sleeve of my shirt to push away the dissolved man's hands and to wipe the rest of
Sample complete. Ready to continue?